Hey guys, welcome to our review of The Penguin on HBO Max. Got a lot of reviews out. Go check out Agatha All Along. We covered the premiere. The latest episode of Rings of Power is out. Go check that review out. I'm currently editing up the Wukong review. And now we got The Penguin premiere. This is just one episode. And, you know, a few things you got to know about me first before I go into this particular review. I like mobster stories. I really like mobster stories. Pretty much seen all the famous mobster movies. I'm very into it. I also really like Colin Farrell. Yeah, he's a great actor, and he really puts himself into all of his characters, including this penguin. He pretty much becomes a completely different person, both physically and, you know, mentally there. And I actually like the Penguin as a character, one of Batman's villains. And I like it when they, you know, portray him as a kind of a sympathetic character. And so this series is like tailor-made for me, okay? Now, I'm one of those, when I heard about the TV series Gotham, I was like, why would I watch something without Batman? I'm not going to watch Batman without Batman, right? So it's the two sides. It's like, this is perfectly for me, but also I hate the idea of watching Gotham and stupid shit without Batman. However, I will say, really, really good opening. I really enjoyed it. I thought like a fucking mini movie. If it was just one episode, like a side thing, I'd be like, that is really cool. You've expanded on the Penguin character. I feel like he's more fleshed out. Now, it's a shame that Colin Farrell says, I fucking hate the suit. I never want to wear the suit again after this.
You probably got to sit down for hours and hours.
He said he would. He just needs some time off.
Thank God. Thank God, you know, because that was the news story that was proliferating, and I was like, no, because I would love to see this in the future. You know, we're going to get more films with Robert Pattinson as Batman, and I don't know if the Penguin then fits back into that. But as far as its own merits, I think a really, really entertaining mobster story. A story about someone who is not born into riches and pretty much has to take what he wants and what he feels he deserves. And a man of the people, essentially. And there are at least two different moments where the camera slowly zooms in, and Colin's given a motherfucking great performance. Yeah. I'm very invested in this story that he's given. We'll talk about it. And basically, the new leader of the Falcons laughs in his face. And Penguin loses it, and I love the way it's just so instantaneous. It's so instinctual. And this sort of kicks off our series on The Penguin Season 1 or Series 1. I don't know if they plan to do multiple series. But I really thought this was a very strong episode. However, it's so strong, I'm like, okay, well, where do we go from here? Like, I kind of know, based upon that, I'm like, I can see exactly how this is going to play out. I can see exactly who's going to betray him at the end. I can see exactly this and this and this. So I think I know where it's going, but who knows?
You're still along for the ride, though.
Yeah, I'm along for the ride. I really enjoyed it. What did you guys think of the Penguins at debut episode?
Holy shit, after watching what we've been watching, this is fucking Oscar-worthy.
Yeah.
Great fucking acting by everyone. I was kind of curious why they changed Carmine Falcone. Because in the movie...
did they?
Yeah, because in the movie it was somebody else, but
guy?
then Mark Strong is it in this one.
Okay.
But I guess we're in spoilers? I don't know. Well, you already know.
No.
Yeah, they changed him.
I did kind of spoil it a little bit.
Yeah. They changed his character. I'm not sure why.
They did?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I really like Sophia.
Maybe they just couldn't get him back, Joe.
I really like Sophia's character. Like, at first I was like, well, what is this lady doing? I don't think she's very intimidating. Boy, was she.
Kristen Milotti.
Yeah, I saw in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, for all of 2 episodes.
Yeah, I was like, what? She's not intimidating. Yeah, she is. She is fucking... Everyone here is great at doing fucking great as their character. Colin Farrell is fucking nailing it. And surprise with Clancy Brown.
Oh, Miss Crab.
Fucking
I love him.
Clancy Brown.
Love him and everything he's in.
Yeah, this stuff is great. It's like a back to the crime world and continuation of the Batman after the flood. Everyone's looting, so everyone's trying to rise to the top after a power struggle. I'm kind of curious to see if we're going to see a little bit of Batman like in the background doing something.
No.
Not at all. So all this chaos is going to happen.
Yep.
Batman's going to be like, not my problem.
Correct.
Okay.
Just setting your expectations.
Okay.
Robert did not suit up for this.
Well, I mean, you still hear about him where it's like,
just like
we had another crew get taken
I know
out.
he's not going to be in it, but like,
Oh, you want to hear about him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because everyone's like killing each other, running amok, and
Batman's just going to let the two mobs go at it.
He's on vacation.
It's like, oh, we don't want to go over there because
Hawaii.
we heard the bats there.
Maybe.
But no, this is a great one.
But see, I don't want to have to look forward to that. This is the fucking problem with the goddamn Gotham show
But that's
without
what
goddamn Batman.
You know he exists.
Who's Batman?
You know he exists, though.
I've already set my expectation to no Batman.
I know. I mean, it's like maybe you hear about it.
I want a mob story. I'm getting a mob story, and that's where you should be at.
I
if you're
am.
going at this saying, hey, this is a Batman sequel.
What's Batman?
No.
They're in Gotham.
No Batman.
They're in Gotham.
It's like
No, they're in, what is it? Pflugerville? Pleasantville?
Yeah.
Where they
like-
wanted to move the operations to.
Yeah, it's like everyone's running amok here and going crazy. If only there was cops or Batman.
Or if it,
God damn it, go.
Yeah.
No! Batman!
Okay, Man Bat then.
Okay, Man-Bat.
Man Bat would be
But
sweet.
yeah,
I'm watching the entire
I'm
series
loving
on
this
Man Bat.
stuff. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, it's super solid stuff. I hate the concept of this type of show where they have a really successful movie and the corporate guys are like, how do we milk it? Because like these things, in my opinion, the vast majority of times are not born of the desire to make art. It's a desire for the wigs to go, we just had a crazy movie. We didn't expect to make $1 billion. How do we do a spin-off? Oh, it's like, oh, crazy. Dune is great. Let's make a Dune thing. And let's make a this thing.
HBO Max needs something from September to October.
Yeah, and so it's like for me, I was going like, man, I don't know if I love Colin Farrell. I actually really like the world of Gotham, but I'm not super interested in these tag-along shows. But I think that the strength of the cast, the strength of the writing so far, it does have its place. So if you're worried about thinking that this is just a Warner Brothers cash grab since they are on fire and they have no idea what they're doing, this seems separate and insulated from all that, and there is a lot of quality here, and I'm excited to see what goes on. This is not something that I think I can see myself watching every week like I want to. This is more like I want to wait till the whole thing's out and I kind of want to watch it in bigger bursts.
That's what I think.
Because I feel like that I wanted a second episode immediately because it kind of feels like for once we're watching a TV show that it feels like there was an end to it. It wasn't just a black screen like Disney likes to do. It goes, hey, the episode's over.
This was a complete episode.
It was a conclusion, and I was like, okay, it's concluded. And it's like, shit, I actually need some more other stuff. I need some more things. So I think
to come back.
If you're on the fence, I think you should check it out.
Yeah.
Directed by Craig Zobel, written by Lauren LeFranc. And you can tell these directors and writers have far more skill at their craft than what we've been watching recently, especially Rings of Power.
And they have so much fucking money. They should hire better writers.
Well, Amazon has so much.
Amazon has more money than HBO.
And a pre-written story
So this is a guy who has directed episode of The Leftovers, American Gods, Westworld.
Season 1?
I don't know, but they trust him, and he did a good job here. He directed the first episode. He's going to direct the next episode. I think he directs maybe them all. The third episode as well.
Oh, look at that, some consistency.
Sure. That's
crazy.
However, the writers are rotating, so you have a new writer for every single episode except for the final episode, which is this writer, Lauren LeFranc. But they rotate in other writers. So we'll see if that writing stays strong. But we want to let you know Penguin is worth it. Now, I was thinking about canceling my HBO Max subscription so the Joe can't use it no more. No.
I have somebody else to use it from.
That's right. You've got sisters and whatever, your whole family. But no, I was like, well, why am I paying for this? House of the Dragon is done, and it's like I don't really care about all the upcoming House of the Dragon spin-offs and shit. I'll just re-up it when we get season 3. And then I looked at it, I said, okay. I saw the trailer for Dune Prophecy before this play. Did y'all see it?
No.
Did it play for you? It was actually really good. So I'm like, okay, I'll do that. So that's like November. But I was like, the Penguin? Nah, that's it. But I said, you know what? Okay, Batman. You know, I may seem to hate on Batman a lot, but he is my second favorite superhero. It's just we don't talk about.
He's not a superhero, Joe.
Because why?
He had no powers.
Second favorite hero. You know what I mean? No, he's got powers.
He's rich
When the
and
writers are writing Batman,
He's a hero.
he got powers.
Yeah.
He'll punch fucking Darkseid in the face, and Darkseid gets knocked out instantly. No, anyway. But when I saw this, I said, all right, HBO. Now, this is not Sopranos. I'm not expecting Sopranos or anything. I am just expecting a really good mobster story. You haven't seen Sopranos, Joe? Joe, you haven't seen a lot of things. It's surprising. So surprising.
Well, Sasquatch's Wild Weekend takes up all
He
the
did
time.
see Sasquatch's Wild Weekend.
Again, here's the thing. Like, I watch a lot of movies because
Yeah.
it's just like an hour or so.
Yeah, you do
opposed
watch
to, like,
a lot of movies.
fucking TV shows. It's like
Right.
15
It's
seasons.
a big investment.
It's a commitment.
Yes.
So when you got
I'm scared of
Clone
that.
Wars and you got fucking Sopranos and okay. Well, anyways, let's go with final verdicts. I'll go ahead and start us off because I really like the episode. I think it's a very, very strong start, and hopefully we can go up from here, match this tone. 9 out of 10 from me. Really enjoyed it.
I was thinking an 8. I think it could go higher next couple episodes, but I really enjoyed this one after just everything we watched. But, like, I love Colin Farrell, great actor, and everyone. There was, like, no dumb scenes.
Right.
This is, like, well written.
Right.
It's like
There's no
everything-
down moments, no
everything
stupidity.
was believable.
And I'm like, what? No stupidity?
Yeah, every decision is
Or
like, okay, yeah, that would happen.
No stupidity that's undeserved.
Yeah. Like I could see why the Penguin did what he did. Is like,
Right.
hey, don't fucking do that. It's like, oh, you're in trouble now. But I
And then
get
finding
that.
a way out of it.
Yeah, exactly. So this is all great. Everyone did a great job. And I actually like these characters.
Yeah.
First episode, I was like, okay, yeah, I like them.
Oh, we also
Even
forgot
Vic.
to talk a little
I
bit
like
about
Vic.
Vic,
Yeah.
who is this street kid who was trying to steal his ride when these events happen. And you can tell that under the sort of outward appearance of Penguin, he has a heart.
He does.
And I like these kinds of tortured characters
Yeah.
that have to put on this persona of toughness, but deep down inside, you know, he doesn't want to just murder some random kid, especially after they've been driving around the city. He's been sharing his stories with him and stuff, and when he goes to kill him, you know, he's like, all right, maybe you can stick around
Yeah.
for now. And
was
so I
like,
like this kind of
damn.
stuff. But I think I know how it's going to end between these two.
We'll see.
All
But
right.
yeah, I like them. Great stuff so far. 8.
Yeah.
I think it's going to go up.
Yeah, I think this is a really good foundation. This is the kind of thing that kind of sets up what the world is going to be like. We know that their stakes are there. We know what the characters like and kind of how that they're going to act. And so I think this is a really solid start. I wasn't blown away. You know, like I don't think this is like a legendary premiere or anything, but I think it's still a really good episode. So I agree with you. I think it's an 8 out of 10.
Okay, so going into the episode breakdown. So we start off with the TV news, bringing us up to speed in the world.
The fucking Riddler.
So can somebody remind me, the Riddler
The
released
Riddler-
all the water?
Yeah, he put bombs by the dams and stuff and just flooded the lower parts of
Because
Gotham.
Penguin does make mention, madman, fucking idiot. He does not like what the Riddler did to the city.
Yeah, the Penguin's
and,
on the streets.
And they kind of say Batman was in the stadium fighting off everyone else. But after that, the
So they
aftermath.
did make mention of Batman right away.
Yes.
So there's your mention
That's
of Batman.
what it's like, okay,
but you're
maybe
wondering, is he
they'll
going to get
sprinkle-
involved
No.
in the mob fighting?
I don't expect that.
Okay.
But just like a little bit of mention. But yeah, after that, like Gotham is flooded, the lower cities, so everyone's like looting and rioting, going crazy, and obviously the drugs.
A lot of the buildings
Get
are
a little
destroyed.
bit of
Yeah.
the fallout from the movie that we don't see because the movie just kind of ends, but right there. So the Carmine family is dealt a blow. Just wondering, is this a different Carmine? I don't understand. Can I get the guy back from
Yeah,
the thing?
because this one is Mark Strong, and then it's John in the
Turturro.
movie. Yeah.
So, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, the family's dealt a blow. The son is assumed to take his position. The son is kind of a tweaker, fucking drug addict. He's got some plans. He goes over to, well, actually, it's Penguin that wields this cool hammer, and he's got this fancy car. and he's going to steal basically a folder, get dirt on a lot of people, and in addition to some jewels. Kind of gets caught by the son, who's going to take over the Carmine family, and Penguin does what Penguin does best, which is talk his way out, use his mouth. And he makes it seem like, oh, you know, I'm doing this for you. Here's these jewels. You deserve them. And then this other stuff. But he keeps the folder for himself. But anyways, son shares with him that he's got these new drugs and this new operation, you know, and he's wearing the ring. And you notice Cobblepot looking at his ring, and he's like, you want to try it on? He's like, no, you know. And so that's when he goes into this old gangster story, and he's like, you know, wants to almost mentor him and make sure that, like, you know, he's better than his father, and he does the things the right way, at least the way that he believes in. Does the old mobster story, you know, like fucking Godfather type gangster, where it's like he takes care of the community, knows people's names in the community, telling this story about this previous gangster that he knew. And he shares this kind of story, and you can tell that the Penguin really respects this guy and wants to be just like him and wants that for this kid. And this kid just fucking is like, really? You want me to be this small-time piece of shit? Just like fucking lays in to his stupid, pathetic story, and it's like, I want to be so much this and that. And the Penguin, I just love it. Pop, 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 pop. Just he couldn't handle it.
It's like, fuck.
And then when he's laughing, see, he laughs at him. He fucking kills him, and then Penguin laughs back. And I like that. And this Penguin performance, it's not a Danny DeVito.
He wishes he was Danny DeVito, because Danny DeVito is still the best Penguin.
Best Penguin.
Yep.
But so he's got a normal laugh. So they try. In fact, I think they changed his name to be a little bit more not Cobblepot or whatever.
Well, they changed it's almost a completely new character because his origin story is different. Yeah. Like he's not.
And that's fine because we've seen this as kind of a new Batman, new universe. But anyways, loved this opening.
Yes.
Well acted. Awesome opening scene. Okay, then goes outside. What happens?
And then he sees these kids trying to jack his rims. He's like, what the fuck? And he starts blasting everyone, starts shooting his car.
I think he's like not really aiming. I think he's like aiming at their feet and stuff to try to get them.
But he shoots his own car.
He shoots his own car, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he manages to catch one. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? And it's Vic. He's like, I'm going to kill you. And he's like stuttering. He's like, please don't kill me. He's like,
I felt like this actor didn't have a good stutter. You know what I mean? It's like the stutter fell forced.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Penguin's like, easy, man. Just breathe. He's like, all right. He kind of like feels sorry for the kid. He's like, look, this is low time shit. You need to think bigger and stuff like that.
Have some ambition.
Yeah. He's like, come with me. He's like, now you work for me. You don't do what I say, I'll gut you.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
And then as we have this this is our audience surrogate into this world. And we see the Penguin that he's quirky. He's like breaking phones and with this gun. And then he's like talking about his air freshener. He's like, hey, that smells nice, right? You like that? You know, fun stuff. And then he goes to his like girlfriend's house and he burns the evidence and stuff like that. And the dude, you know, he's asking for mercy, a chance when he realizes after he helps the Penguin with his body and, you know, hiding and disposing of the body, he's going to get killed. He's like, turn around and look at the sunset. And he's like, no, please, you know. And he manages to convince Penguin to not kill him. He spares him. And then they go to his house, Penguin's house. And we see the reveal of why Penguin, at least this version of Penguin, why he waddles. And it's because his foot is fucked up. His foot's all mangled and shit. So that's what gives us the Penguin waddle. But, yeah. And that's when he mentioned, and they drive again, what that madman did to the city. So Penguin has no respect for the Riddler. These villains go against each other. And we go to Penguin's operation. He's got an operation. Technically doesn't really need Vic because he's got all these other guys. However, these guys are actually the family's guys. You know, even though he's in charge, they're loyal to the family. But anyway, the family calls him in. And they basically tell him what happens here, Alex?
He truly lost 70% of the shipment, and they realized that the cops are swirling, and it's like, look, it's not worth running this thing. They make so much money on everything else that they don't need this, but to Penguin, it's his everything, right? He's got the club and he's got this operation, so he's like, you have 48 hours to shut it down. But
What? Shut my whole operation down.
Yeah.
Just shutting me down. Look, wait, maybe there's something I can do, this and that.
Yeah.
The operation's been flooding. It's sewage. It's gross. Nobody wants it.
Hey, tweakers will still buy it, Joe. But Sophia
That's
comes
what he
in,
said.
and she's been recently released from Arkham because apparently she's the Hangman. She's this character, you know, obviously from the comics and stuff. And, you know, you take a look at her, you're like, nah, I'm not scared of her, said Joe. But then later on, she convinces Joe through her performances, and maybe we'll get more of that in the
Her
episode.
fucking eyes.
Them crazy eyes,
Crazy
Yes.
eyes.
blank stare.
He was scaroused.
Yes. Ah,
So,
do it
but
again.
she asks him about her brother that was killed, and he plays dumb. And then she's like, "All right, well, come eat with me. I'll take a bite to eat." And she's like fucking scarfing down because she's from prison, you know. So she's like enjoying her time out.
You're like, this girl's crazy.
But he suspects that she suspects
Oh, for
that she
sure.
already knows
Oh,
it was
for sure.
likely him because he's like the last.
He's
person.
talking
like,
about
"No,
a
no, no."
new drug shipment. He's like, my brother's
She's
the
like,
only one that knew.
The only one that knew. And he weasels his way out by saying, yeah, he told me too. He's a tweaker. And he's probably off on a bender. And I'm setting things up for him. And then we'll get this running. But it only holds her off temporarily. And as he's leaving, she's like, you know, I always knew that you were more than you appeared, you know, and never underestimate you. So that small little thing gets it in his head. She knows. I got to go.
For sure.
We got to go. Drives straight to his
Mom's.
shittier car. Gets in his Volvo, which I own.
thought he stole it.
My family owns a Volvo like this, but not the.
Those things are
package.
tanks, man.
Yes.
They're great
The
cars.
You know the
chairs,
chairs,
too.
the
Them are
fucking
fucking
headrests are
solid
so
plastic.
uncomfortable. but yeah, those things run like beasts. And mine is my grandpa's is yellow with the spoiler on it and
the,
yellow
the
rims
Oreos.
and the Oreos. Joe's been in. Anyways, so they rush to his mother's house using the old car. And I love this scene because it's endearing. He loves
Yes.
his mom.
Oh, I
His
think it's about
mom
Dolly
is trying-
Parton. It's like, I love Dolly Parton, too. He gets in the car and is playing 9 to 5.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Oh, that makes Vic smile because it's like, oh, man, this guy.
Look, if you don't love
Yeah,
Dolly Parton, there's
that's
something
great.
fucking wrong with you.
Yeah, this truly.
Jolene's
I
great,
mean,
too.
Even if you don't like that kind of music, I like Dolly Parton.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, he loves his mom, and surprisingly, you know, he's basically a stash. He's getting his money. Mom, we gotta go because we're gonna get shot. He tries not to reveal it to his mom, but his mom susses it out.
Yeah.
She's like,
It's like, we're
"Did I
going on
read
vacation.
you
Let's
to
go."
lie to me. You're disrespecting me, boy. And you know, she gets lucid for a minute, and she's also kind of losing her mind a little bit, but she still has these moments of lucidity that she sits him down and says, you know, tell me what happened. What
Another
did
great
you do?
performance. She was
Right.
great. Frances
great.
Cobb.
What did you do? And he tells her,
I hadn't raised no bitch.
I shot
Yeah, I was like, good guy.
Yeah, it's like, oof.
you pussy ass, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, I shot him, Mom. And she's like, well, now is the opportunity to take what's yours and what you deserve and what you want instead of us running. I was like, woo, another good. That's what I said. 2 good scenes. This was the
Yes.
other good one. I think there's one more. So 3 good scenes. But anyways, as he's trying to figure out, she's like, you'll figure it out. And as he's trying to figure it out, he's watching some old school movies, black and white. And it's Put the Blame on Maine. And he gets this idea. There's an idea in his head. Okay, so he's got to put the blame on somebody. Initially, I thought, okay, maybe he's going to put the blame on Sophia, right? Because, you know, Maine, I've seen it like a dame, you know, but that's not how it is. Because she loves her brother so much, it's not like she's going to come out of prison and kill her brother and try to take over the Falcone family. So he's got to find another way to put the blame on somebody. He manages to find a patsy, goes to jail to visit a guy named Sal. This is a rival mobster, and he's in jail, but his operation's still out there, but on the down low. And apparently that ring that Falcone has been sporting was Sal's ring a long time ago when he got his ass kicked. And so he says, okay, I got this operation. Come in with me. They're trying to shut it down. And the guy's like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, we know you.
We know you. I'm not going to work with somebody just selling their loyalty.
Weasel. Yeah.
But when he slaps that ring down on the fucking,
let's get this.
That's mine. And so he reconsiders a little bit. And but it's not necessary because Penguin has a fucking plan here, and it's a good plan. But what happens next? Oh, he goes back to his place, and then what happens here? He sees Sophia already posted up at his place.
Mm-hmm. Then he starts taking off. There's a little car chase. I forget when he gets out of the car.
Well, they're chasing him. They want to
Yeah, he knows he's about to get picked up and probably murdered. So he eventually pulls over. He hides in his own trunk to try to throw them off.
That was clever.
Yeah.
I'm like, how's this motherfucking waddling guy gonna get?
Wasn't that clever because the guy was just simply watching his car.
There was another guy he didn't notice.
So it's like, I don't know if that was.
But see, I like that, right? It's not just.
It wasn't
like
stupid.
A fantasy universe.
It was stupid, but he got caught. I was like, okay.
That's cool. That makes it more realistic to me.
Yeah, he can't really run. And so, like, he did what you would expect him to do. But it didn't work out. He stabs a dude in the eye who then gets hit by a school bus.
What did he stab the dude in the eye with? I didn't understand.
Was
it the little air freshener? Oh, it's the air freshener.
Yeah.
Okay. But, I mean, it's not a metal. We'll forget.
Maybe fancy ones are metal. You don't know. And then he gets hit by a bus, and then he waves at a bunch of kids who just saw a guy get hit by a bus.
And I'm like, he's going to get out of it.
And
then more people beat him up.
Yeah, and then he gets stripped naked.
Oh, yeah. He's in the fat suit. So this probably took even more hours to get him into. Because Colin Farrell, he works out.
That's not dedication.
What?
Christian Bale got fat.
Oh, you want him to get actual fat and lose
Christian
Bale did it.
That's tough on your body,
fat.
boy.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways,
be easy
Sophia, here we get another great scene. And she is on him.
Yeah.
That's it.
With her eyes. Where's my brother?
Tell me I'm crazy. Tell me I'm overreacting. Tell me I'm too much.
Like,
oh my God,
crazy eyes. This is why you don't get involved with crazy,
I
Joe.
think I love you.
Yeah.
I knew it, Joe. You love
around, yeah.
Anyway.
He was smart. He didn't tell her to calm down.
Yeah?
Because
do not tell.
No. That's how you die.
Like trigger word.
Throwing gasoline on there.
Yeah.
Hey, woman, calm down. You acting like your mother.
Bam, 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 bam.
That's a match. But he's well enough to shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. She's got one of the kids that was at his car. So she's placing him at the scene of the crime, the night of the crime. It's over for you.
And
he's like, he's lying. You're going to take his word over mine.
He said there was a fucking plum car, which is no one else but
nobody else has plum. That's the problem with driving the plum car.
Yeah.
She doesn't like his flashiness, but the whole thing is
the
flashy.
kid's lying. It's like, he's lying?
Bop. She just fucking murders the kid, shoots him in the head.
Well, to prove a point, because she knows that the kid's telling the truth. And she's like, look, you're just going to let another innocent person die.
Through your words. I'm just showing you what the result of your actions.
She's like, that's what you want, right? I was like, damn. That's fucking crazy.
It is. It's great. It's a great scene. Great written. Writers. Fucking perfect. Now, what happens here? Basically, he's getting tortured. They take like some fucking barbed wire or something, and they're slowly pulling up. So, that's gonna heal real poorly under your fucking arm when you sweating and shit. So it's like trying to take your arm off, and I'm like, shit, they're gonna take his arm off. Just then, a car crashes into the headquarters of the Falcone Mansion, and it's the fucking car that Cobblepot, or not Oz, this one, put in the dead body. And she goes over there and investigate. And you see on her face, she's fucking horrified when she realizes the horror of it. Trunk pops open, and it's her brother. And she fucking screams out. And it says payback on there. Clearly looks like, mob on mob. And the ring is missing. Pinky has been. And then she's about to hear that in prison, Sal is rocking the ring, feeling good. So he's pitted it. He found his patsy. He blamed it on the maim, blamed it on Sal, and
they let him go.
And they let him go. And he's a part of the Falcone family as they perhaps go to war with the Maronis. Yeah, Maronis. But he's talking with Vic about his future plans. Got to get whatever is in that shipment, and I'm going to run this city. and I want you in on it. We got to stick together. Boom. Foreshadowing.
Then
So this is going to be his
9 to
week
5.
9 to 5. But from here, I can tell how the series is likely going to end. What do you think? It's just an estimated guess based upon, tropes and things. I think, this kid Vic has been brought in hastily. He could see the goodness in the Penguin, but, the Penguin does have dark side, and it could be that the dark side takes over at the wrong moment, and Vic grows to trust him. The Penguin does something that fucks over Vic, and he loses his mentorship and his fathership from Penguin, and he rats him out, or Vic is turned against the Penguin, and Penguin's empire unravels. I'm thinking like that because they're making it such a point. It's like, I'm going to run the city, and I want you in on it. We have to stick together. So that's what I'm thinking. What do you think?
I mean, the whole series is about people like Falcones ratted out the Maronis, which is how they built their empire. So it's just a cyclical thing. Yeah. If they're talking about season 2, then you could rat him out. Batman could cat for him, but
No, Batman.
No season 2 here. I don't think they're going with that.
I just want
think it's a
one
limited
and then
series.
done.
It's
One and done. It's
8
great.
episodes, and one and done. I'm just curious how, because this was almost it's just the beginning. He has to get the shipment. He has to rule the city by the end or whatever. Yeah. And then maybe it goes into Batman 2. Set 1 week after the events of the Batman, the series explores the rise of the power of Oswald Oz Cobb in
then the collapse. Then he gets
the criminal
captured,
underworld. So, by the end, he'll probably
end up in Arkham.
You think so? No, I think if it tells the story of the rise to power, they didn't say rise and fall.
They don't want to spoil.
They didn't want to spoil it? Okay, there could be a
it.
fall here, or it could just be setting up the rise and then at the very end set a weak point and then go into the movie.
Yeah, I just want him to come out on top and just finish it.
Because the movie, I thought they were going to focus on the new Joker, right?
I don't know what they're focusing on the new movie. That's a good question.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going with the Joker
Just
angle.
get Catwoman out of here because she was terrible.
Oh, God.
And can we make Batman smart? I know he was smarter than all the other Batmans, but, I mean, come on.
Does anybody know what the next Batman is based on? Leave it in the comments if you have an idea of what they've said. I can't really find much on it. The Batman sequel.
The Batmans.
What?
Batmans.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what it's called, but it could be the Batmans.
No, we do know what it's called. It's called Batman Part 2.
Oh, that's lame.
And it's 2026. Yeah, I don't like that. Hopefully they do change the name of it. But everything we know, let's see. Possible spin-offs here. That was the Penguin. And the cast might return. The sequel's release date, and if Barry Keoghan's iteration of the Joker will finally get more screen time.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, there's not much here. Maybe they're keeping it under wraps. They're teasing it, and but I have to assume that Oz will factor in at least a small way, a cameo way, or a big way. I don't know.
That's why I assume he would be a smaller role, so
to focus on it because we already got him in the original. We got him plenty in the original, and that's because he did such a good job in the original. I think led to them believing, we could do a whole series on that. Yeah. All right. Well, Batman, let's see what the heck plays out. I'm excited for the rest of these episodes, and it set it up real nice, and hopefully it has a good payoff.
Yeah.
But, okay, that's going to be it for us. Go out and watch it, or if you still have the HBO Max, definitely go and watch it, or watch it with us, or stay tuned for our next reviews on it. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.